year is 1071. The Byzantine Empire, once the dominant power of the Eastern Mediterranean, is struggling to hold together. For centuries, Constantinople has stood as the heir to Rome, guarding the crossroads between Europe and Asia. Its armies once marched across vast territories. Its emperors commanded immense wealth, and its walls seemed unbreakable. But now dangerous enemies surround the empire from every direction. To the east, a new power is rising rapidly across the Islamic world, the Seljuk Turks. Originally nomadic warriors from Central Asia, the Seljuks have swept into Persia and the Middle East with astonishing speed. Their cavalry is fast, disciplined, and deadly. Under Sultan Alp Arslan, the Seljuks begin pressing into Byzantine territory, raiding deeper into Anatolia, the empire's heartland. Emperor Romanos IV understands the danger. If Anatolia is lost, Byzantium may never recover. Determined to restore imperial strength, he gathers a massive army and marches east to confront the Seljuks directly. His force is enormous and diverse, made up of Byzantine troops, Norman mercenaries, Armenian soldiers, Slavic infantry, and Turkic auxiliaries. But beneath the surface, the army is deeply divided by political rivalries and mistrust. Romanos believes a decisive victory will stabilize the empire and secure his throne. Alp Arslan, meanwhile, is not seeking a major war. He is campaigning elsewhere when news arrives that the Byzantines are advancing. Quickly gathering his forces, the Seljuk Sultan marches to intercept the Roman army near the town of Manzikert in eastern Anatolia. Before the battle, Alp Arslan reportedly dresses in white, symbolizing a burial shroud prepared either for victory or death. He addresses his men with a simple message: there is no escape, only triumph or martyrdom. The Byzantine army advances toward Manzikert in a long, stretched formation. Romanos divides his forces, sending part of the army away to secure nearby territory. This weakens his position immediately. Worse still, some commanders within the Byzantine ranks secretly oppose the emperor and are unwilling to fully support him in battle. The Seljuks avoid direct confrontation at first. Instead, they use mobility and harassment tactics. Mounted archers ride close to the Byzantine army, unleashing arrows before retreating out of reach. The Byzantines struggle to engage an enemy that refuses to stand still. On August 26, 1071, the full battle begins. Romanos orders a general advance. Byzantine infantry and cavalry move forward steadily across the plain, attempting to force the Seljuks into close combat. But Alp Arslan refuses to commit fully. His horse archers continue circling the army, attacking from multiple directions while retreating whenever the Byzantines approach. As the day progresses, the Byzantine army pushes farther forward, becoming increasingly disorganized. Units lose cohesion while chasing elusive enemies across the battlefield. Dust clouds rise into the air, reducing visibility and creating confusion. By evening, Romanos realizes he has advanced too far without achieving a decisive engagement. He orders a withdrawal back toward camp. In a disciplined army, such a maneuver is difficult. In a divided army under constant attack, it becomes disastrous. As Byzantine troops begin turning back, rumors spread that the emperor has been killed. Panic erupts in sections of the army. At the same moment, the Seljuks launch their full assault. Turkish cavalry strikes from all sides with speed and precision. Arrows pour into the retreating Byzantine formations. Some units collapse instantly. Others attempt to regroup, only to find themselves isolated. Then comes the betrayal. Andronikos Doukas, commanding part of the reserve force and belonging to a political family hostile to Romanos, withdraws his troops from the battlefield instead of supporting the emperor. Whether deliberate treason or cowardice, the effect is catastrophic. The Byzantine army disintegrates. Romanos fights desperately to rally his soldiers, but the collapse spreads too quickly. Surrounded and wounded, the emperor is eventually captured alive by Seljuk forces. The aftermath shocks the medieval world. According to tradition, when Romanos is brought before Alp Arslan, the Sultan asks what the emperor would have done had their positions been reversed. Romanos replies honestly that he might have killed or humiliated him. Alp Arslan reportedly answers, "My punishment is far heavier, I forgive you." The emperor is treated with unexpected respect and later released after agreeing to terms. But by the time he returns, political enemies in Constantinople have already seized power. Romanos is overthrown, blinded, and dies shortly afterward from his injuries. The Battle of Manzikert becomes one of the most disastrous defeats in Byzantine history. Although the battle itself does not immediately destroy the empire, its consequences are catastrophic. Byzantine authority across Anatolia collapses. Turkish tribes flood into the region, gradually transforming the demographic and political landscape of Asia Minor forever. Anatolia had been the empire's military and economic backbone for centuries. Losing it weakens Byzantium permanently. The defeat also helps trigger one of the most important movements in medieval history. Desperate for Western assistance against the Turks, Byzantine emperors later appeal to Europe for aid. That appeal contributes directly to the launch of the Crusades. Manzikert is remembered not simply as a battle lost through military failure, but as a disaster caused by division, political rivalry, and underestimating a fast-moving enemy with superior mobility. On the plains of eastern Anatolia, the Byzantine Empire suffered a wound from which it would never fully recover. And from that moment onward, the balance of power in the Middle East began shifting toward a new age.